Are you looking for a podcast and radio show dedicated to all things Kentucky sports? Are you looking for a podcast and radio show dedicated to all things Kentucky sports? Bingo, bango, bongo, Big Blue.
Everybody's ready to go. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go. And you're ready to go.
You're locked in to the hottest radio show and podcast in the Bluegrass State.
What'd you think of their energy? Unbelievable. That's who you gotta be.
From Pikeville to Paducah and all points in between, we give you an in-depth and sometimes extremely opinionated view of the Wildcats. The phone lines are now open.
And why are you making fun of Tim's double X? I mean, come on now.
Yes! It's the pregame show on Wildcat Sports Talk, presented by the Kentucky Daily. Now, let's join the two guys that bring the action every single week, Adam Webb and Tim Brandstetter.
Yeah, and you can go ahead and add Ramon Harris to the mix, too, because we are broadcasting live from beautiful Fort Myers, Florida. And for once, Ramon, for once, you are right here with us.
Yeah, man. I try to get y'all to come down here, man.
I'm glad we did, because it's 30 degrees back home. And I'm like, yeah, listen, this is so much now. I'm out here in shorts right now.
Hey, listen.
And you're bundled up because you said it's cold.
So, listen, I've been here long enough. I feel like a Floridian.
Okay, well, you might
I've been
be.
here since 2014. I've been here long enough. I feel like a Floridian. But you guys are definitely taking full advantage of the weather.
Oh, yeah.
Here, for sure.
Yeah. So guys, what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to open up the phone lines, 859-428-8419. You can talk to us. You can give us your thoughts on today's matchup between the Bruins of UCLA and, of course, the Wildcats. This game, I mean, I'm a little nervous for it. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I mean, like, the thing is, like, I could sit here and spread sunshine all day long and say, the Cats are going to win, Cats are going to win, Cats are going to win. But,
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, UCLA's a good team. I mean, they're well coached and they're playing good right now. And, if you look at the season so far, when we've played a good top 20 team, we've not done so well.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult. The Michigan game was definitely a good game. We came through at the end to solidify that game. But, even with this game, it makes me a little nervous because I feel like we're not who we're going to be yet, and I also feel like UCLA isn't as well. And, it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be a quick-paced game. I know that we have some athletes, and UCLA has some athletes as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it comes out, especially on the half-court offense and defense.
Well, what's crazy is, it seems like as we keep going along, you look for little things that they're improving on, and I think they've improved in some aspects, but then it's like we still haven't gotten over the hump, man. Like, and honestly, this is a game today, and I'm just going to say it. I'll say it. I don't care. We have to win this game.
Definitely.
Like, I'm tired of losing these games.
Yeah. I mean, it's just as a pride factor. I mean, every time you play, and UCLA's that when we say a blue blood, they're pretty much there. You could consider them a blue.
They're
blood.
blue blood.
I mean, Kansas, UCLA, Duke, North Carolina.
I mean, they're
Kentucky.
the only team in the world that has more national championships than us.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's just there's a lot of pride on the line, and with us dropping a couple games early already, this is the chance to be like, okay, we're Kentucky basketball, we're for real this year, and I mean,
today's when you solidify the Michigan win.
Yes.
Today's when you solidify the Michigan win and kind of set the direction of the rest of the season. And SEC play, there's a lot of great teams in there. So today's game is really an SEC game as far as caliber type of players and the intensity and everything that's going on. Because once we get in SEC play, it's not going to get easy as well.
Yeah, I remember one time. I don't know why I just thought of this, because when he said we love some Ramon. I remember one time.
Thank you.
Remember this, Tim?
Uh-oh.
We were
What's
trying
that?
to get this person to do some intros for us. And we would get the intros back.
Yes, I do.
And they kept saying your name wrong. They kept saying Raymond.
Yeah, I get that
Raymond
a lot.
Harris.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
like,
that a
what?
lot.
It's not Raymond. And then how do you even get that? It's not Raymond Noodles. You know, like it's.
I get
like,
ramen. I get ramen. I get ramen. Raymond. I get everything but Ramon.
Yeah.
Is it worse in the States or is it worse overseas? How they say
It's
your name?
worse in the States.
Oh, that's what I was
When I'm
thinking.
overseas, they say my name correctly.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
see?
Yeah.
That's.
They say Ramon. Like it's. I don't think I can't think of a time I had to correct somebody like
Wow.
overseas. But here in the States, like even when like let's say like for prime example, before I came out here to meet with you guys, I went to Chick-fil-A. When they ask for my name, I just say RJ. I don't even say Ramon. Whenever they ask for a name, I just say RJ because they'd be like Raymond, and I'd be like Ramon. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I just say RJ, just to kind of cancel that conversation.
All right, Cat fans. 859-428-8419. Give us a call on the Kentucky Daily Hotline. It is open. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your thoughts are on today's matchup. Thoughts. Yeah, I got that was my thoughts.
That's new.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
new.
yeah.
I like that one.
It's trending. It's
Yeah,
gonna trend
it is.
for sure.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the phone lines open. I want to hear from
I
you.
want to know what people think the score is going to be.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting
Tim,
to see.
actually, here's the thing. He's updating us on the Ohio State North Carolina score. We're in a fortunate situation right now, guys, and I got to tell you, I'm gonna let y'all. I'll tell you what. Let's take them on a little tour. You want to do that, Tim?
Where are you going? What are we doing?
Uh-oh.
Adam does all this unscripted.
If you could see the backdrop.
Yes,
Oh,
look at this
they're about to
beautiful
see a real
backdrop.
good backdrop. They're about to see it all.
If you could see the backdrop right now, you could see that it's a great situation.
Great situation.
It's a great
yes.
situation.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and switch the camera here. There's Tim right there with of course Ramon. We got the private pool, and yeah, look at all this. I mean, y'all don't even. I mean, like, yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, normal Florida living.
Yeah.
Normal Florida living.
Then you go
this
back
is
in here,
Ramon's everyday
and you see we
life.
got the game going on over here. I mean, look,
It's a great situation, man.
this is
great
our life, at least for a week anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna make the best of it.
Hey, there's no better time than the present time.
We might just move in. You want just,
I'm good with
Hey,
that.
I've been trying to tell you. Listen, if it was ever possible to just get I'm pretty sure Allegiant has direct flights. We could work this out, man. We could work this out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Even if y'all come to Tampa, like I know that Allegiant has direct from Tampa to Lexington.
They do.
Hey, listen, we're gonna speak it into existence now.
Yeah. We're going to have to come down to Florida a lot more often.
Hey, please do, please.
Because
You just took the camera angle. Pull me off.
I know.
Okay,
just
okay.
I know what I'm doing. they
Don't
know.
go away. That's not technical.
No, it's
difficulties.
not. They know. They can hear. I mean, it's just like that. See, then we're back. It's the magic of what we do. But I want to hear from you folks out there. Let's get fired up, Steve. You know what? Let's. What do the Cats got to do to win? And I know score more points is what my dad said
Yeah,
earlier.
So besides that,
For sure. We have to control the boards and the tempo.
mhm.
Man, North Carolina's reeling. No, they're coming back. right now.
But we definitely got to control the boards and the tempo. We can't allow UCLA to get offensive rebounds and create second chance points, and we cannot let them beat us in the transition game.
Yeah.
I think those are two things.
I agree 100% with that, Ramon. And I'll take it one more step and go. We really need to knock down some perimeter shots early. We need to knock down a couple of threes and just kind of get them away from Oscar and open up the floor there a little bit.
Yeah,
Somebody says Toppin has to show up today.
he does.
Toppin seems like he's right there on the verge of a breakthrough. Like he has pretty good games and he knocks down that jumper, but he seems like he's just right there on the verge of really taking it to another level.
Well, there ain't no stopping Toppin.
I think you said that every show since
Well,
Toppin's been there.
hey, That's
Yeah, I think this is a statement game for Toppin to solidify himself as the man on this team and one of the best in the country. He definitely has the ability to do so. I believe in his shooting ability. I think he's just more than an athlete. He's definitely worked and developed his game. Now it's just coming out here and just doing what you've done 1,000 times when you were by yourself. You know, sometimes you psych yourself out. I had a conversation with my daughter on my way here today. She played last night and she didn't play too well, and I could see that she was just thinking too much. And I told her sometimes it's just in your own, between your own two ears. You've done this 1,000 times. You've made this shot 1,000 times. You made this pull-up jumper. You've done it 1,000 times.
mm-hmm.
Just do it one more time.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Just do it one more time.
Yeah.
So I believe in Toppin. I've heard so much of his work ethic over the summer and coming into the preseason. So now it's just do it one more time.
Well, listen, guys, you can pick up the phone and give us a call. Like I said, 859-428-8419.
Yes,
Let's
please
take our first
call me.
quick
Talk
break.
To me. Talk to me.
And when we do that, we'll take a break and then we'll return. You are listening to Wildcat Sports Talk presented by the Kentucky Daily. It is the pregame show. Let's go.
If you've been injured in an accident through no fault of your own, you have options. Don't let insurance companies tell you what your case is worth. Call me, Jeremy Bryant, at 606-261-7381. At Bryant Law, we want you to get the highest possible recovery for your injuries. We can help you with your car wreck, slip and fall, or workers' compensation case. No one should have to withstand the pain, suffering, and inconvenience of a debilitating injury without just compensation. Bryant Law, experience you can trust. Come see Kentucky Creative Bistro and Gallery at South Park Center in Corbin. We are an art gallery and bistro serving a variety of sandwiches, cakes, and coffees. We cater to offices, large groups, and deliver to the local area. If you dine in, you'll experience the vast talent that Kentucky has to offer. Our selections for sale include paintings, photography, and crafts. If you are a Kentucky artist wanting to get your work out to the world, contact us today. We are also now seeking writers for our new endeavor, Kentucky Creative Press. Cyber Solutions is Southeastern Kentucky's new premier web development company. Find contact information on our website at cybersolutionsky.com. Cyber Solutions offers web development services to small businesses and sole proprietors for $999. Let us develop your website and help grow your business. E-commerce websites available for the same price. We offer referral fees too. Find contact info at cybersolutionsky.com. Let us help you prosper. cybersolutionsky.com.
Floodwaters in eastern Kentucky have destroyed homes and businesses, displaced families, devastated communities, and claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice to help our fellow Kentuckians in need. Please consider supporting the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is provided by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On this island.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back to Wildcat Sports Talk.
Rolling right along here on the pregame show, rather. We got all over the place, but we are keeping it going as the Cats get set to take on UCLA. And I got to say, like I said, I'm nervous for this game because I know these are the matchups that, like, well, first of all, the entire nation's watching. We're going on right after the game that's on right now. Everybody's watching. And, like, we got to start winning these games, man, because, I mean, recruits have to see that stuff. They have to. Not that it matters for this next year because he just got the best recruiting class he's ever had. But, you know, they have to see it.
Man, they gotta win this game to establish themselves on so many different levels.
Right.
Individually, we have guys that we're still waiting to see show up and show out to the talent ability that we believe that they have. And people not afraid of us like they were before. It's gonna come with time.
Right.
It's gonna come with time. Obviously, new guys, trying to acclimate them, but we gotta kind of put that fear into people.
Yeah,
like we've done before.
I agree.
These games are the type of games that when the NCAA committee is going to seed you,
right,
they look at these games. What happened in those games?
Right. That's exactly right. Give us a call. Tell us what you think. All right, I want to hear from you. Y'all, these people, we got a lot of people that always watch, and then they just so scared to call the hotline. Just call it.
We can't bite through the phone.
I know, like at 859-428-8419. It's real simple. You just gotta call, pick up the phone, say, what's on your mind, and go from there. Because I do want to hear from you.
I'll tell you what's fun, Adam, is the behind the scenes before the show. We're hanging out with our man Ramon. And he's telling us so many great stories that there's still stories that we haven't heard. And we've heard a lot on the air. And I'm not even going to bring any of them up. But I'm just saying it's been fun to just sit around and just chop it up.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe in person, for sure. And then, like I said, we said so many times we actually have a friendship outside of the workplace, per se. So, when we get together, man, it's definitely catching up.
And it needed to be, it needed to happen. It needed to happen for a long time. We've all been real busy doing other things, and the other thing too. I mean, this North Laurel stuff tonight, guys. I'm telling you, a good matchup tonight between two legends' sons.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? It's hard.
It's
a lot
crazy
going
how
on
that thing
there.
comes back around.
Yeah.
Right?
Full circle.
Yeah,
Full circle. Yeah.
Full circle.
So Nasser Muhammad is going up against Reed Shepherd tonight. And I would imagine, and yes, it is Nasser. I know everybody's like, no, it's Nazi. No, his son's name is Nasser.
I was
goes
ready
by
to ask
Sir
you spelling,
Muhammad.
because
Sir
you got
Muhammad.
Nazi, who is spelled. It's not spelled
Right.
like Nazi. So how are the spellings different? Do you know?
It's Nasser. So Nasir. Nasser.
Nasir.
Yes.
Okay. You want to hear?
He just puts an I.
There.
Yeah.
He just puts an I in between the S and the R, or
Okay.
so it's Nasser.
Nasser.
Wow, that's
Sir
okay.
Muhammad.
Cool. All right.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
see
wondering
how you
that,
put
yeah.
that
Yeah,
together. I
yeah.
see how you did that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nazi.
So I mean, Kyle says, "Hey Adam, Tim, Ramon, I love seeing y'all together in person. I know the journey y'all took. Yeah, well, it was a journey for sure. I mean, there were times that Tim and I were on our back porch, just
ready to call it quits.
yeah,
everything.
just be done. And so we made it happen. And
Been through some highs and lows, but fortunately, there's been a lot of highs in this show.
Man, there's a lot of things that died with COVID, and I'm not rest in peace.
Hey,
to the
Christopher
people we
Reeves.
lost.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you fine. I was just saying rest in peace to the people that we lost due to COVID, but not just people, jobs, careers, dreams. A lot of things have happened due to COVID, and we've been blessed to be one of the people still standing and having this opportunity. Like I said, if you see the backdrop right now, that says enough itself.
God's creation, man, right
Man,
here.
listen, the man above
Well,
is doing things.
speaking of the backdrop, folks, one of the things that we haven't really talked about a lot is just a few months ago, this was underwater. I mean, water was up to up to the seats here.
Yeah.
And
It was bad.
a lot of this area has not even recovered from that. And I'm my father, he's going to take us down tomorrow and let us see the beach and where that's.
Yeah, no games tomorrow for us.
Yeah. And we're going to try to get some footage for y'all. I mean, I think it's something we can really talk about, and because Kentucky fans, we're a helping bunch, right? We helped the folks in Eastern Kentucky, Western Kentucky, just about a year ago, almost to the same time. Western Kentucky was devastated with tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, these natural disasters that occur, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I mean, I was here during the hurricane, 2 hours away, but still got some of the effects. But driving in here today, just seeing normal highway signs kind of ripped apart on the side of the highway, like just small things like that you don't really pay attention to until it's gone. And then, driving in as I got closer to Fort Myers, it was like you see people trying to get their roofs fixed, or you see houses with holes and fences, and you're like, man, like the aftermath is totally – I don't think it tells a full story of actually how it was when it was going down here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we saw boats on top of each other.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right.
So we're hoping that this next game right here, that's 70-72, doesn't go into overtime and ruin my whole night.
That happens a lot.
Because I'm going to tell you, if it does, now I'm going to miss the ending part of the North Carolina or the Kentucky UCLA game, because we've got to drive like 10 miles away to go to the arena to call North Laurel tonight. So,
Hopefully this doesn't.
No,
go
it is
past the minute.
72 all right now. It is tied at 72 all.
There's no way he goes in overtime.
Well, Ohio State just scored and won.
And
There
one.
we go.
There we
And
go.
one.
All right,
With a minute 41 left.
A minute 41.
Go Buckeyes, I guess.
Yep, North Carolina don't score another basket.
So here's my question for you guys. So, do you guys, when Kentucky's not playing, like this North Carolina and Ohio State, do you go for a team based upon what conference they're in?
No. There's
question.
a couple things for me that I'll answer, okay? I don't care if my dad was coaching Louisville. I would never root for Louisville or Tennessee. If he was coaching either one of them, I would say, Dad.
There's a few teams like that are dead out. Duke, Louisville, Tennessee.
Like,
I don't care who – if they're playing –
like if Dad was coaching
Al-Qaeda.
at either one of those, and we were if we were playing, I don't care. Doesn't matter.
if we were playing Russia.
And they just did. They just hit a three.
Of course they did.
North Carolina's up 1.
North Carolina's up 1. All right.
But, yeah, Louisville, Duke, Tennessee could be playing Russia, and we'd be going, go Russia.
Yeah, go Putin. Like, I mean, I'm
might
just
be a
that.
little
Like,
soon.
That is a little. That is
might
a
be
little too
soon.
much.
That might be a little soon.
That's actually not factual, but I'm just trying to get it across.
Right. You trying to paint a picture?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep going, Adam.
My point is, like, we I cannot root for any of those teams. But now, on that note, these two games right here, North Carolina doesn't bother me. A lot of people are like, North Carolina's this and that and whatever. I don't care. North Carolina doesn't bother me as far as the team I hate. I don't hate North Carolina. So, whatever. These two teams, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really know who I'd want to, like, if I really had to pick one to root for. But I like to see the SEC do good.
Yeah.
Other than Tennessee. I hope they lose every game they play.
What's like Gonzaga? Who were they playing today? Alabama?
Alabama.
Okay, now that's a tough one for me because, you're like, yeah, represent the SEC. That's cool. But I was also going, Gonzaga beat Kentucky. We've got a loss to Gonzaga.
Right.
So I try to look at it like, okay, we need them to go ahead and win all their games, to make it look like we
like
lost
we
to a
played-
really good team.
for Selection Sunday.
Yeah.
That makes sense. For me, it depends on, and this might sound petty, if the school recruited me or not.
No, that don't sound petty at all.
If I didn't hear from
That's
that
personal.
school, if I didn't hear from that school, I'm not going to give any examples. But there's one school in particular.
No, you let
You
them
got to
out,
give
Ramon.
one or two.
We got to give us.
You got to give us one or two.
Give us something.
There's a couple schools that I did talk to, but they kind of like me, like.
Yeah, coach showed a little bit.
So now how are we going to hate them if you don't tell us who it is? Because we got to hate them too
We
now.
love hating
Man,
teams.
I don't spread hate.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't.
You
spread
can't
hate.
argue with that, Adam.
But if Kentucky ever played Texas, I would be front row.
Okay.
If Kentucky ever played Texas,
Cheering for Kentucky really hard.
listen, I'm handing the players water, Gatorade.
Pre-game speech.
Listen,
We got this guy.
I'm calling Coach Cal. Cal, this is personal.
Yeah.
I mean, all due respect to Texas, they did have Kevin Durant coming there, and some other guys that were ranked above me. Get it? But yeah, Texas. And believe it or not, I got a call from North Carolina, and they didn't have any scholarships, but they wanted me. They wanted to know if I was interested in going to their prep school that was on campus. And for some reason, that didn't work out. So North Carolina's I got a little passion with North Carolina.
All right, so we're Buckeyes then. That's it. 53.7 seconds
We've
left.
done decided.
I mean, Buckeyes have to win now.
Oh, Buckeyes. I've never said that in my life.
I mean, it's just, North Carolina was my school. I was a Jordan fan. A lot of players came out of North Carolina. North Carolina was like my school. But once I got older, and then when Kentucky called, I fell in love instantly.
Well, and that's what we keep trying to tell everybody that doesn't like Kentucky. They come to a game just one time, and you'll find out what the passion is.
Big Blue Nation. I guarantee Big Blue Nation got more recruits to say yes than anything that a coach has said.
Ohio State just went up 2, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah. On a 3.
Don't let them get a 2 right here.
24 seconds to go.
Don't let them call a timeout.
Come on, somebody pull an Anthony Davis right here.
No. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. 17.1 seconds left, and it's tied.
Come on now. Any good team can either score or get fouled in this situation. Let's go.
Come on, Buckeyes. Do something here. Oh, they're doing that rolling it out thing. Oh, let's run it all the way down.
Call it at them. You don't know their names.
Somebody's got it out now at the top of the key.
ISO
6
situation.
seconds.
ISO.
6 seconds driving in. Shot up.
Got it.
2 seconds on the clock.
2 seconds left
ball
on
game.
the clock. That's
Timeout.
tough. That's a tough bucket.
That's ball game.
That's a tough bucket.
What's good about that is even if they got a miraculous lucky shot here, it's probably going to be a 3, so there's no overtime.
9 times out of 10, yes, it's going to be a launch, a 3-point launch.
I mean, 2 seconds, though, if you
unless it's a Christian Laettner.
Unless it's a Christian Laettner.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is I actually know Christian Laettner. He's actually a good guy. But
yeah, you played with him, didn't you?
Yeah,
you got to get him on the show.
I've been trying to reach out to him, man. The best time to catch him is in fishing season. So he loves to fish. So he actually comes to Tampa, and he follows like the fishing season, like when they go city to city, state to state.
Mm-hmm.
He sets up camps so he could be at the fishing thing as well as he was doing camps. I don't know if he's doing camps now, but I've definitely tried to reach out to him a few times, man. Sometimes he'll answer, sometimes he'll hit me back, sometimes he won't.
That's a dookie.
Well, now we did get we actually at Big Blue Madness, I was down there on the floor, and I was able to talk to Joe Crawford for a few minutes, and he passed me his number, and he's like, yeah, let's all get on again. So I'm hopefully we can make that happen soon.
Listen,
he told me to tell you hi, by the way.
Man, Joe Crawford, I don't think I would have been able to be who I was at UK if it wasn't for Joe Crawford.
So we spoiler alerted like everybody watching.
Oh, wow.
Everybody says we were 2 seconds ahead of them. Sorry, guys.
Hey, well, you know what?
Welcome to Wildcats.
Let me just tell you this. That right there was the payback for the millions of times you all have done that to us.
We're usually behind. Yeah,
because we're usually behind, and they're normally like. I mean, we'll have to watch games, and Tim will be like, "Don't look at your phone."
Yeah.
Don't look at your phone because my dad will text me and say, "Well, we suck, blah blah blah, whatever," and then I'm sitting there going, "What?" I mean, like we have a chance to win, and then of course he bricks a 3
your
and we
dad.
lose.
I don't know about that guy. I don't even see him watching. You got a crow to pick with him.
What North Carolina just did, I think will be.
Oh, no.
Totally.
What happened?
Are they going to try to go for the tie? Is that
No, but what he did was because they couldn't get the ball on the side, he ran a play for the player to catch it at half court, and he immediately called timeout. So now, even though it's 1 second left, they're near.
Now they can get a 2-pointer.
Now
off.
they can.
I was just bragging about they
now they're
do.
close to the basket.
Coach said, "Tim, watch this."
But most time in that situation, it's a one dribble heave.
Yeah.
But
that's genius.
He just great coaching. He drew up a play for them to get the ball.
It's a little risky, you know.
It's a little risky.
It is.
But when it works, you look brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Because they're not really expecting that. Really.
Yeah, you're not expecting them because you're trying not to foul in this
Did you ever know David Padgett?
Not personally.
No, you know who he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just tell you something, and I got to say this. Now, I know he's a Louisville guy, and he coached at Louisville. He filled in for Rick Pitino right after. We watched him coach. He's at Oldham County now.
Yeah.
We watched him coach on the sideline. I mean, we're here. He's there where Tim is. and we're sitting there courtside before Reed and Justin Edwards go head to head. I'm gonna tell you something. He is one of the most fundamentally sound coaches I've ever heard coach the game.
Yeah, he's really smart, man. Really.
And what's crazy is he coached under Rick. Of course he is.
Right.
Like, of course he is.
I heard Rick Pitino was very demanding, not only of his players but his coaching staff.
Like, but I mean, he would like. There was one part where he goes, "All right, guys, watch for the lob right here. Watch for the lob."
We're going to ruin this right here, or just going to try to keep our composure?
I don't know what we're going to do. I don't.
This is tough. This is why I love basketball.
I know that's what they're going to do.
This is what basketball is all about, right here.
Ooh, okay.
I knew it. I knew it.
That's tough.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Unbelievable.
The question is, did he get the ball off in time?
Hopefully not.
Of course he did.
Oh, my.
I hate North Carolina.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Ramon.
Well,
it's okay, Ramon. Don't take a dip in the pool.
Oh, my gosh.
We just saved your life, Ramon, by the way. So
not only it's going into overtime, it's North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I have nothing per se against North Carolina. I just felt like you guys didn't take a chance on me.
Yeah, well.
That's horrible.
Of course it did.
You jinxed it. You called it earlier.
Dude, I told you it would happen.
This game don't go into overtime.
No, I knew it was going to happen because
what's crazy is when they called the play to get the ball at half and he called the timeout.
Yeah, you were like, they got their stuff together. Yeah.
I just felt like it's almost like a positive thing leads to a positive thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you see a beautiful game plan unfolding. You just
he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
I feel like he knew what play he was going to run.
Hey, that was good coaching right there. We would have ended up with a half-court shot.
9 times out of 10, you're going 99.9% of the time, you're going to get a half-court heave with 2 seconds left.
Will they delay the UK start now? No, they will because they're playing in the same building.
Well, they probably didn't know that, but yeah, Kentucky's playing on the same court. So Adam being rude.
Well,
unfortunately,
he wants to see
unfortunately, guys, Kentucky's playing in the same building, so yes, they can't start until this one's over.
Right,
Adam.
That's where you put the asterisk next to it.
I mean, look, I'm rude. I get that, and I understand that, but it's the CBS Sports Classic, and you know Kentucky's in there too.
Don't make it worse. I got Ramon here backing me up today. Ramon's like, how am I going to be neutral between these two guys?
I got to be neutral. I have to, because they don't see you guys off camera, and they what they don't know is you guys secretly keep a score.
Yeah,
and you guys are like elephants. You never forget.
That's right.
No, it's exactly right.
So,
and Tim said, "Ha ha, he gets it." It was Tim Beeson I was talking to,
glad,
and you knew that.
Glad we didn't lose him.
Well, I mean, we would never lose Tim Beeson because he knows my humor.
I didn't know Tim Beeson. He's
yeah,
good.
well, he knows my humor, so I knew I could rag on him.
Thanks for being loyal, Tim.
Don't turn us off.
It's something about the Tims, huh?
That's right. That's right.
Something
man.
about the Tims. See how I did that?
Yeah, I like that.
See, Tim Beeson, let me tell you something. He's the biggest Ashland Paul Blazer fan, I think, on the face of the earth.
He definitely keeps us updated on Ashland Paul Blazer, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And you know what? Not just that. He's one of the guys that's followed the show since day one.
Actually, I have to say something. This is a fact. I first found out about Mike Leach from Tim Beeson.
Really?
He was the first person that that sort of sent us a message. And
Tim Beeson's a really a big-time sports guy. Like, he knows his sports. And like I said, faithful to Wildcat Sports Talk from the beginning.
Right. But Tim still hasn't called us yet. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, he no.
Not today.
Not today. No.
Somebody needs to call in today. We got the number flashing right up there.
I know.
Ramon Harris here in person.
Well, Tim usually he will call us. He has called us before. But there's him. Clyde has called us before too, and Clyde's sitting there just talking. They'd rather comment.
Clyde said there's only 5 minutes of overtime. That's a long 5 minutes, man.
It's a long 5 minutes.
yeah. Unless one team comes out and hits 2 or 3 threes, and the other team goes cold.
Yeah.
It's a possession by possession timeout foul.
And the worst part about it is this is only guaranteeing that we're not going to see the second half.
Speaking of overtime's taking a while and talking about overtimes, I have to tell you, Ramon, what happened, what we saw last night in a high school game.
Okay.
It was wild. So this team battles back from down 10 with about 4 minutes to go.
No, they were down 10 with like a minute left.
Yeah, it wasn't much. I knew it was 4, but it was under 4. So they battled back. They tie the game. They get a steal. They're running down the court to go in for a layup, and the guy, reaches for the ball but smacks from behind right before he goes into motion, so they don't call it on the in the shot.
Right.
So 1 second to go. And the guy goes to the line for 2 shots, tie ball game. He misses both. They go into overtime and they lose.
Yeah,
That's tough.
I've been there before. It's
no
tough.
way.
Yeah, I was in Greece. And what makes it so bad is we had beat this team. This team had more money than us, so they're supposed to be better than us. And we beat them at our place. And so now we're in their gym the second time around. And I get fouled. And really, when I got the ball, the time should have ran out. But for some reason, the clock didn't start when I touched the ball. So they had to run to me to foul me. There was only 2 seconds left. And no, matter of fact, I apologize. It was longer than 2 seconds. But when I had the ball, both of my free throws hit the back of rim, rolled into the front of the rim, went up and went out. Both of them.
Wow.
Both of them like I'm talking about like scooped in and out. Both of them scooped in and out. And they got the rebound. Dude drove full court. And they called a phantom call, and he made both free throws, and we lost.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I've been there before.
That's tough.
I've been there before. It's tough, especially I don't know how he missed those free throws, but, like, if
they rimmed out. Yeah, they were all over the rim.
Sometimes when you shoot the ball, you kind of know, like, okay, there's a little left, it was a little right, or it was too strong because it hit hard or whatever the case may be. But, like, both of my free throws, like, which is like it felt perfect.
Yeah.
So, and you can't make an adjustment on those type of shots.
No.
So if he shot it, you can kind of feel like, oh, that's short, or that's too strong, whatever the case may be. But that's like the worst feeling because you don't know what you did wrong per se to miss those free throws. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely tough.
So I got to ask you this because I need more context to this.
Okay.
We've talked about this before, but with you here in person, it's a little we can actually explain it better.
Okay.
The Sheree Thomas stepping in the lane on a free throw.
My freshman year.
Oh, we brought that up on the show, I thought.
Yeah, my freshman year.
We talked about that once.
You said that was a Billy G, like he wanted that to happen.
No, that was no.
Or that was Tubby, rather.
That was Tubby.
Right.
So what was going on at that time? I believe we were playing Mississippi State, correct?
Yeah, it was in the tournament, the SEC tournament.
SEC tournament. What was going on is that, I'm not going to say no names, the coaching staff and some of the players was telling him to move. Half of them were telling him to stay. So at that time, he's hearing both options. Like, because half of the people were thinking, make or miss, we got protection.
Right.
Half were thinking, if we miss, we need this rebound. So by the time he decided who he was going to listen to, the ball was already in the hands of the guy. So it was like you if we could see the footage, you could see him looking at the bench and kind of conflicting, like, do I move? Do I not? Do I move? Do I not? Do I move? And not? And when you're getting in that moment, we were in that game because of Sheree Thomas. He was kind of like he did a lot of things to put us in the position to win that game. And at that moment, at the free throw line, he was hearing both things to do.
Yeah, that's tough.
He was hearing both things to do. And so, like, like, I shouldn't move. But when somebody is telling you, like, move, like now, but you're like,
yeah.
So by the time he just decided I'm just going to listen to what they're saying to do, it was too late. They had the ball and we got the violation.
That's probably why a lot of coaches say don't coach from the stands. Don't listen to your parents.
Yeah.
Because you got conflict.
Because, I mean, at the time, we had coaches telling him two separate things. And so then when the coaches are saying certain stuff, the players are – because, we want to win that game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if a coach is saying – if he's real adamant about saying this and the player's not responding, you're trying to get that player's attention because you know the magnitude of the situation. It was just that we needed one more second earlier or one more second of time before Sheree actually moved.
Did you ever play against UCLA?
Mm-mm.
Nope, never did.
One of the reasons that I brought that up though is because a lot of people give Sheree a lot of crap for that, and I don't think it's his fault. Hearing that story, it's definitely not his fault.
The crazy thing is, well, I wouldn't even say the crazy thing is. So people know, I came in mid-season.
Right.
I didn't know who Sheree was, until I actually came to Kentucky, and when people were telling me who Sheree was before the knee surgeries. There was and when I seen who he was, because he had glimpses of it in practice, and Sheree was telling me all the time, before my knee surgeries, I was doing everything you saw on TV, between the legs, everything, he was doing all of that. So I just think the injuries was a product of him at that time. And what people don't know is that after that game, all that slack really affected him. I saw it as a teammate. Because in his head, I'm dang, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? At that time, he knows the magnitude of that moment. That's why if you watch the game, it took him a minute to move off the free throw line and stay. And people say, well, you should have just stayed at that time. Most people have not been under the pressure that you've been through in that moment. Mm-hmm. Most people have not been they haven't felt the pressure or anything like it playing for Kentucky and being in that moment, and your coach is telling you to do something.
Yeah. You're 19, 20 years old or whatever. Yeah.
Even a senior in college, you understand the magnitude of your coach telling you something.
Right.
You understand the magnitude of it. And even in yourself, something I should do, my basketball instincts is telling me I should do this, but my coach is telling me to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what just happened at that free throw line. I do believe that if that moment didn't happen, let's say Sheree doesn't move. Let's say he moves before the referee gives him the ball. I think we win that SEC tournament.
Yeah.
Easily. Not easily, but I think that after that moment, us coming back in that game would have carried over for the rest of the SEC tournament. And then we don't play Kansas and Chicago in the second round. But yeah, that's definitely a situation where Sheree, mind you, Sheree barely played throughout that year, and then when he gets solid minutes, he helped us to be in a position to win that game. What he did on that court, the rebounds, the block shots, the buckets that he was doing, the things that he was doing in that time that he was on the court put us in a position to win. And it was just unfortunate that one moment kind of took over everything in that game and the rest of the tournament.
Let's do our predictions really quick before we get out of here.
Who wants to go first?
This season I've been terribly off this season.
I about nailed the last game.
Yeah, he almost nailed one.
Even with football this year, last year I was on key.
I almost nailed the Michigan game. The Michigan, I nailed that. Almost nailed that one.
I got.
I'm feeling this. I'm feeling 84, 77.
I swear this is weird. I was going to say 82-77.
I was going to say 87-77.
I was going to say 82-77. How we've all got 77. Something's about that.
Crazy thing is 77 was it was my score for UCLA. I was wavering between 87 and 85.
Wow, we all three thought 77.
Yeah. I'm going 87-77. That was my initial.
Mine was 82.
Mine was 84-77.
That's wild.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, because 87, I was thinking 87.
If you guys can get your bets in, there's something going on here. I don't know what
Hey, listen, I don't know. I promise you I was thinking 87-77.
Yeah.
Because when you said 70, I was sitting thinking he's going to say 77.
Yeah, me too. I was at 82, and he said, I was like, no, you said 84, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was thinking 87 cents. So I'm going to go with my gut. 87 cents.
That was my gut. So there's something to
So
that.
we know UCLA's score. So Kentucky's going to be 82, 84, 87. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it, guys. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in to the show.
From
and
the beautiful Fort Myers, Florida.
From beautiful and, well, normally sunny Fort Myers, Florida. It's a little cloudy today, but that's all right. It still feels great out here. And I'm in shorts, and we got to – oh, yeah, for the folks out there, we will have North Laurel all the entire game. That tips off tonight around 8:45, maybe a little later, depending on what games went on today. But we're going to have that for you in its entirety.
You want to join us tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to go tonight.
Yes, Ramon will be with us.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Hey, this is part 1. Part 2 comes tonight. High school.
That's right. So,
I gotta see
and I'm also going to get my dad in there to come on and do some color.
Yes.
So,
give me a break. Let me take some pictures.
He doesn't know yet, but it's coming. All right, guys, that's it. We're gonna make it happen. My name's Adam.
My name's Tim.
I'm Ramon.
And we are Wildcat Sports Talk. We'll talk to you later.